I'm Kristin Star, and this is the video for day number 118 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is The Last Unicorn by Kenny Loggins. When the last eagle flies over the last crumbling mountain, and the last lion roars at the last dusty fountain, in the shadow of the forest, though she may be old and worn, they will stare unbelieving at the last unicorn. When the first breath of winter through the flowers is icing, and you look to the north, and the pale moon is rising, and it seems like all is dying, and we'll leave the world to mourn. In the distance, hear her laughter. It's the last unicorn. I'm alive. I'm alive. When the last moon is cast over the last star of morning, and the future has passed without even a last desperate warning, look into the sky where through the clouds a path is formed. Look and see her, how she shimmers. It's the last unicorn. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. That was my rendition of The Last Unicorn by Kenny Loggins, which apparently was originally done by America. Weird. Didn't they also do A Horse with No Name? Horses? Unicorns? Weird. Anyway, I think that it was America's version used in the movie, if there was one used in it. I really can't recall, and it was kind of difficult to find that out on the internet. For those of you who don't know, The Last Unicorn was an animated movie from the early 80s, actually from before my time, but it was one of my very favorite movies when I was a little kid. And I would take it out of the library all the time. I didn't really own a lot of videos when I was younger, but we utilized the library a lot. And I remember some things I would take out all the time, like Adventures in Babysitting, and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, and The Last Unicorn, and the original Parent Trap, and Pollyanna. I just watch them again and again and again. I'm like that with some movies and music. I just don't tire of them. I just watch or listen over and over and over again. It's kind of cute, but kind of weird. Anyway, it's a really good movie from what I remember. I always really liked it. I haven't seen it in a very long time, although I'd like to see it again. In recent years, I looked into buying it. I saw it for really inexpensive online, but it was on DVD format, and some of the people had complained that it wasn't very good quality, the recording. So I hesitated, and I've not bought it, so I don't know. I should look into that again, because I really would like to see that. And apparently that's a Rankin Bass thing. They did a lot of the Christmas things and stuff, but it's pretty neat from what I remember, although scary and rather upsetting, but a very intriguing animated film, and it really held my attention when I was a little kid, and probably still would. But anyway, the Kenny Loggins version is the one that I'm familiar with. My dad had or has, I guess still has somewhere, probably, definitely, I guess, an audio cassette from the time period, the Kenny Loggins House at Pooh Corner album, which I guess was just a lot of Kenny Loggins remakes of other people's songs. For the most part, I'm not sure which of the songs, if any, are his. But, like Rainbow Connection and stuff, I think those all predated that album, and I know he did some kind of medley with one of the songs from Willy Wonka, I think. Yeah, really great album. Now I want to listen to that. But anyway, that's the version of The Last Unicorn that I'm used to, and when I was looking that up on YouTube earlier, I found a music video. Apparently, it I guess was used in some 80s movie with Tom Cruise called Legend, with Tom Cruise and the girl from Ferris Bueller, Mia Sara, her name is, I guess, according to Google. I'd heard the name, but I don't know if I knew that was her. But anyway, I've never seen that movie, but it looks intriguing. It also reminded me that I've never seen the movie Willow, so I should put those on my to-watch list. You know, unless the movie just looked more interesting than it is. The video looked really neat, but I was like, oh man, did they glue horns on horses? Because if so, that's not cool. Superimposition in post-editing, that's one thing, but gluing horns on horses, not good. But some of the scenery and stuff, really mystical looking and cool. So that was interesting. But anyway, I guess that's all I was going to say about it. It's a really great song. Shortest lyrics I think I've seen, maybe second shortest, one or two of the 60 songs had short lyrics, but it's just the 3 verses, like boom. And it's like, wow, I didn't even need to use the second side of the paper. Because when I'm trying to learn things, I print it out sometimes. It's just easier that way. But I actually did know like 85% of the song. I wasn't sure which like first half went with which second half and whatnot, and I hadn't remembered like a couple stanzas here and there, but in large part I knew it, so it was pretty easy to get the rest of it down. But and I think that I did a pretty good job at it. I'm not trying to like boast. I just realized I sounded braggy, but not that's uncommon for me. But it's a big ego sometimes. But anyway, I think that it works pretty well with my voice. It might have sounded a little sour at points, and when I was singing earlier, I started a little lower, like more in like the Kenny Loggins range, but you know, that left me going too low. So I think that I pulled it off pretty well. Didn't have to stop or edit over anything. I did pause once. I'm not sure if it's going to be like too long, and I'll have to tweak that. But yeah, and I purposely included the zebra print this time. I love this picture. It's so cool. Plus the acoustics in the basement are pretty good. Lighting, not so much, but and when I sing loud in the basement, it's less likely to wake people up, because yet again, it's the middle of the night. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with my rendition of that song. More so than with most of the songs I've been doing lately. Yesterday's was kind of a mess, but my voice was kind of going to sleep on me, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'd like to perform that song, like, you know, in like a live venue at some point. It's a really fun song to do, and I do think that it complements my voice and vice versa. But anyway, and it's just a nice, empowering song. But I'm probably using up my memory card time here, and I'm trying to keep my rambling shorter. So anyway, once again, that was my rendition of The Last Unicorn by Kenny Loggins and America and others, but based on the Kenny Loggins rendition, the song for day number 118 of my Song a Day project. As always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. I'm Kristin Star. Peace.